What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Shake and Bake My Team career mode. We have the Spanish Grand Prix today. Real quick, setting up some activities for the team. And we went with aerodynamics equipment upgrade, G-Force training, attend an F1 esports event, and a vehicle PR filming. Activities are really important in this game. You know, it helps boost up your facility morales and all that stuff, and gives you a bit of cash, some R&D. So we always got to make sure those activities are all filled in. And now we have a department issue, first one of the year. So let's see what this is all about. Never done this before, so yeah, let's hop into this real quick. So let's see what this is all about here. Aiken has been really hitting up their stride in the simulator recently. While they're in the zone, we should get them to focus on their development. So we gotta pick whether we want him to develop his pace or his awareness. I think driver awareness is a lot better than pace, especially that Jack Aitken's pace is already at a 73. So we're gonna boost up that awareness a bit more so he doesn't get into crashes and stuff like that. Advancing through the days here en route to our first season break of the year, which is a bit weird since it's only our second race of the year, so anyways. And now we have a part that hasn't came through our fabrication. It seems that it's failed. It's our rear floor under tray distribution from our chassis department. So that's not ideal. We're gonna rebuy that. And our front wing main flap has completed, so that's a good sign. As well as our general wear from our durability department, so that's good. Upgrading the durability is very important for our car. We don't want things failing. So that's nice. We're going to keep on advancing towards the season break. And just before we advance to the season break, we're going to go to the quality control for our chassis department. And we're going to buy that upgrade so that we reduce the chance of failures happening just like you saw before. And now we're going to advance to the season break and continue advancing through the days en route to the Spanish Grand Prix. And the Spanish Grand Prix was a pretty hard Grand Prix for us. It wasn't that easy. The car was really bad in this Grand Prix. And you'll see in the race that it was tough. It was a tough one out there. And now we have another event, and this time it's with the powertrain department. And it seems to be that there's a problem with Jack Aiken and his meetings. It seems like other things on his schedule intertwine with it. We're gonna go ahead and decline that. It's gonna reduce the powertrain morale, but it's gonna gain experience for the driver. And real quick, we're gonna get some driver perks for Ricky Bobby. We're gonna go with the power mapping, which reduces engine wear, which is super important because our engine durability right now is terrible. It's one of the worst on the grid. So we're gonna see if this can help out reducing our engine wear. And we're gonna jump into the Spanish Grand Prix. Here we go into qualifying to start off. And qualifying was really tough. I went out for a lot of laps here, guys. It was not easy at all. As you can see, invalidated on our first lap. That was a gut shot right there. Now we're gonna go in for our second lap. Again, another terrible lap. We were under the delta, so I just said screw that. I'm going to the pits. And then Lewis Hamilton. Whoa! Alright, buddy. You didn't see us there. Okay. Lewis Hamilton living on the edge there. And now we went back out for our third lap. It says it's our second lap, but it's actually our second lap. We didn't register because we didn't cross the finish line. We're gonna be this is gonna be technically our third lap, but our second lap on paper. Up by 2/10, slowing down a bit there. Didn't come out of that chicane as well as we wanted to, and we're gonna post a 1:18.6 as our best time right now in qualifying, which is good for P22, and that's not good enough. So we went back out for another lap, another 2/10 above. Back down under the delta. We're really struggling on this track. I'm telling you guys, the car felt so heavy through these turns. Like, this could have been one of the worst tracks to be on in our second races. We just have no downforce on the car. The chassis is really heavy on the car. We haven't applied any weight distribution to the chassis yet. So going through corners, it was really tough. We're gonna post a 1:18.599, and we tried to go out for another lap, but at the end we ended up spinning out. And our best lap is gonna be a 1:18.599, which is not ideal. That's gonna be good for P22. Jack Aiken and P21, showing how bad our car is right now. We're technically the worst car on the grid in the Spanish Grand Prix, so it's gonna be tough in the race. Good day.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Hey, it was a terrible day. Our main competitor on the grid, we're gonna go for Nikita Mazepin, as seeing as our car is so bad right now, and he's gonna be easy to beat, easy to claim for us.
You lost to your teammate today. Was it just not your day?
It was just not my day at all. The car was terrible. It was heavy, as you can see. Chassis was terrible.
Front of the pack. Are you worried?
No, I'm not worried about that at all. I'll be able to gain positions and get up there.
Appreciate your time.
No surprises there. Nikita Mazepin beats us for the qualifying part of the rivalry, as we finished P22, so anyone could have beat us at that point. But let's hope we can get Mazepin in the race. Getting some acclaim here. Almost up at level 4 for a team acclaim, level 2 for acclaim for Ricky Bobby. And here we are jumping into the race. I'll see you guys on the track.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar for over 30 years now, and for good reason. Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya then, a high-speed 2.89-mile circuit which demands an efficient downforce package and bravery on the part of the driver, especially through the blind right of turn 9, which we might just see taken flat this weekend. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle. And the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Lando Norris and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Vettel, Sainz and Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda and Ocon, Raikkonen, Mick Schumacher, Antonio Giovinazzi and George Russell, Latifi, Mazepin, Aitken and the real deal. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
So our strategy for this race is going to be medium to hards. Still didn't really understand the fuel that much. And here we are. 5 red lights. Lights are out at Catalunya. Here we are. Great start for Ricky Bobby. Gets down the inside of Aitken and Mazepin. Going down the inside towards turn 1. Following George Russell in his slipstream. Crazy dive bomb by Ricky Bobby. Overtakes about like 6 cars up into P14. That's a great start for Ricky Bobby here, as we're starting off in P14 after being down there in P22. So we're gaining 8 spots on the first turn. Grid going a bit slow here. Bit of traffic as we start off. As usual on the first lap, cars are going to bunch up, but once we get by that second and third lap in DRS Open, it's going to open up a bit. We've got Raikkonen on our tail. Ricky Bobby's going to hold him off. Going down the straight here, hard braking zone, down to third here. Great turn by Ricky. Short chip up into fourth. And this part of the track was really tough for us in the third sector, because you got to be really good on your turns and stopping and all that. This car just wasn't it for that. The weight distribution on the car was so bad. It was so hard to go through these chicanes. Bad exit for Ricky Bobby there. That's another example of just not having the downforce on the car to be able to get through those fast turns. As Kimi Raikkonen's going to go down the inside of Ricky Bobby. Ricky's going to try and defend, but Raikkonen gets the better line and gets past him. As now Esteban Ocon's going to try and make a move on Ricky Bobby as well.
Okay, we lost the position. Trying to keep focus.
Oh, and Ricky almost gets spun out by Ocon, but catches the car. Ocon going down the inside. Ricky's a bit in front of him. They're still wheel to wheel as they bump tires once again, and Ricky gives him the hand signal saying, "Hey, oh, I'm driving here." as he dives down the inside. Great dive bomb by Ricky Bobby. Regains his position into P15. And now Giovinazzi gets past Ocon after that little fight between Ocon and Ricky Bobby. So now Giovinazzi is going to enter into the fight. Approaching the end of lap 2. Better exit for this turn for Ricky Bobby than on the previous lap. He's going to post a 123.2, and now DRS will be enabled, so that's not a good sign for us as we have two cars really on our tail inside 1 second of us. Ricky Bobby was able to hold them off for that whole lap, advancing towards the end of lap 3. Improving on his previous lap time, posting 2 green sectors between sector 1, 2, and 3. Posting a 121.5 for his fastest lap of the Grand Prix. As now Giovinazzi is looking to make a move, but he'll just hold off for that. Didn't have enough speed to go in for a dive bomb on the inside line. And Ricky's going to continue holding off in the middle of lap 4, posting a red sector in sector 1. But now Giovinazzi tries to dive at a weird spot. That's not a good spot to go in and try and make a move, as it's changing levels and it's a really hard place to make a move there. As Giovinazzi opens up his DRS, great defending by Ricky Bobby. Defends the outside line there. And Ricky's going to try and hold off his position of P15 for another lap into sector 3 here, approaching the end of lap 4. So Ricky's been able to maintain his position of P15 for about 2 laps now, so that's pretty good with DRS open. As now bad exit from Ricky Bobby, and Giovinazzi is going to get around Ricky Bobby very easily there. As Esteban Ocon tries to make a move as well, going down the inside, and he's going to get by Ricky Bobby. Not enough pace down the straight for Ricky, especially without DRS. And Ricky Bobby will be into P17 now, losing 2 positions off of 1 straight. That's not good for Ricky. He's going to be kicking himself there. Lewis Hamilton posting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix at a 1:18.9. And Ricky catches the curb there, but catches the car, making sure he doesn't spin out. And we have a yellow flag, but it looks like it's a car behind us as it keeps on flashing from yellow to green. So let's see what's going on with that. It looks like Jack Aitken might be out of the race. And yes, it is. Jack Aitken is out of the session. He had a problem with his car. He's going to get a DNF. And that's not good for the team as we lose a driver. As now Mick Schumacher makes a move on Ricky Bobby. But Ricky does the old switcheroo on him and dives down the inside to retain his position at P17. Advancing towards the end of lap 6 here. 2 red sectors for Ricky Bobby as the tires are starting to wear out, so he won't be able to post some fast lap times. Mick Schumacher still hot on our tail, as well as Nicholas Latifi. And like I said, it was just such a tough race for Ricky Bobby. Couldn't really gain any positions. That dive bomb really helped us at the beginning of the race on lap 1. But other than that, Schumacher's going to try and make another move on Ricky. Can he do the switcheroo here? No, Ricky's going to maintain his line and concede his position of P17 to Mick Schumacher. It was just a really, really big struggle for us in this race and Ricky Bobby. Approaching the end of lap 7 here. Another 2 red sectors for Ricky Bobby. So he's really not improving on his lap time. As you can see that Latifi's catching up to him as well. So he's been going slow here. As even George Russell having a problem with his car is only 1.8 seconds behind Ricky Bobby. So it just goes to show how slow he's been going. And he hasn't been able to catch up to Mick Schumacher as well. Good exit towards the straight here, posting a 122.9 as Nicholas Latifi goes around the outside and gets past Ricky Bobby. It's another position loss for Ricky Bobby as he tries to go for the switcheroo, but terrible dive bomb as he gets tangled up with Nicholas Latifi, and Latifi will get away with that. Ricky Bobby just trying to do something, trying to get through, trying to make some moves, as he doesn't like getting overtaken, as Lance Stroll is going to try and overtake him coming straight out of the pit lane, and yes, he does. So it appears we have a problem with our front wing. Maybe that happened when we had a little tangle up with Nicholas Latifi, as Ricky Bobby runs off the track. He looked
On the MFD.
oh my god! Ricky Bobby crashes in to the wall and takes out Russell and Mazepin in the process. Let's see. See the replay here. Ricky Bobby a bit distracted with that call for a new strategy and smashes into Russell and Mazepin. Crazy accident.
Oh my God, help me! I don't want to die! Oh, stop, drop, and roll! You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby! I'm on fire! You're not on fire!
See Russell and Mazepin's point of view, and oh my God, Ricky Bobby just comes across the track and smashes into the both of them.
This makes us all realize the kind of pressure these drivers are under.
Mr. Bobby, come on down here! Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise using witchcraft on me to get the fire off me! Help me, Oprah Winfrey!
That's an unfortunate crash for Ricky Bobby. He's going to retire from the session as his car is completely destroyed. And he's going to be really mad as that's his first retirement in F1 and only his second race in F1. So that's not a good sign. Really bad start for Ricky Bobby. And it looks...
Another Spanish Grand Prix is over, and what a special race it was.
Looks like Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton is going to get the win here today.
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
It is another race win for Mercedes, another race win for Lewis Hamilton. Valtteri Bottas coming in second, his teammate Max Verstappen finishing in third. No surprises there, but 1, 2, 3 of Hamilton, Bottas, and Verstappen. They're the three best drivers on the grid right now, driving the best cars. No surprises there. Ricky.
So let's review the updated driver standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table after an incredible day of racing.
Bobby finishing P19 after that crash, with Jack Aitken finishing P22. Both cars DNF for the Shake and Bake team, and that's not what they wanted from the Spanish Grand Prix. That's not the result they were looking for. They're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, figure out what's wrong with the car, and try and fix it, because that was not a good finish for the Shake and Bake team. As they're down in 9th place in the Constructors' Championship. Beating Nikita Mazepin in the rivalry in the race, as we did crash out with Nikita Mazepin. So we're going to take the lead 3-2 over Nikita Mazepin. Getting up to level 4 in acclaim for the team. Ricky Bobby staying at level 2 for a driver acclaim. And that's going to be it for this episode today, boys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. It was an unfortunate end where Ricky Bobby crashed out. We'll come back on the next episode stronger and try and fix the problems that we had at the Spanish Grand Prix. Thank you for watching, and if you did make it to the end of the video, comment down below, shake and bake. We'll see you on the next one. See ya!